everybody. Say I'm getting on again to make somewhat of an atypical recipe for me. I'm more of a scratch person, generally speaking, but when I stumble upon a recipe that is this easy and this delicious, it's kind of a staple. If I need a quick dessert that I know is gonna turn out every time and that I can throw together really fast, okay? So this is definitely what you would call a dump and pour recipe. This happens to come from Lisa Lillian, the Hungry Girl. I don't know if you're familiar with who she is, but she is a Food Network type personality, okay? So she's got tons of cookbooks out there. She's got like a blog, she's got, you know, she sends out emails, all this stuff, but she is really a fun person to follow. So she is all about low calorie, okay? Now I'm not gonna get into that content of this because that's not where I'm coming from. I'm just saying this is so easy and it's so good. So this is called Pineapple Bliss Cake. Ingredients, get out your pen because it's two things, you don't need your pen. This is crushed pineapple and yellow cake mix, and I'm not kidding you. Okay, so she uses a yellow cake mix, and any brand that you want is totally fine. So we're gonna just open that up here and dump it into our bowl. Now this one you could totally hand mix too, it wouldn't really matter, but if I've got the piece of equipment that does it for me, I'm gonna use it. So I'm using my KitchenAid. Second thing, crushed pineapple. Now this would only call for 16 ounces per box of cake mix. So you could buy 2 of the little cans, aren't they 8 ounces, I think, but I tend to always carry the bigger ones in my pantry. So we are going to make kind of a visual on this because this is a 20-ounce can and we only want 16. So we're gonna leave 1/5 of the can in here. And you want the juice included. Okay, so sometimes, you know, recipes call for it drained. That is not the case here. So if you want to be real specific, you could measure this out. I'm just not that real specific. So we're gonna throw in, and that looks really good right there, a little bit more juice. Okay, that's good. All right, so 16 ounces of pineapple crushed and a yellow cake mix. You got that? Did you write that down? I know, it just seems funny, right? Okay, so we're gonna mix this just by hand a little bit so I don't have powdered cake mix all over the kitchen. It is gonna be a little more on the thicker side, and that's okay. So it almost looks like a bar rather than a runnier cake if you're used to making cakes. All right, so we're gonna just whip this in so we don't have any more of the powder hanging out there. We want it all mixed together. Now, you can make this like in a 9x13 pan and it comes out great. It's a very moist cake, so it doesn't like come out of the pan super pretty. I'm just gonna put it out there, but it's delicious just because it's so moist. I'm making it in 2 of these round pans, so you do wanna be sure to spray them down well because you want that cake to come out as good as it can possibly come out. All right, so when I serve this, I'm gonna be serving it in a wedge form. I'm not actually gonna layer these, but you can also do that. It would just be to be sure that it comes out clean for you. So let's get the batter in these pans, get it in an oven, 375-degree oven, and then you wanna bake it for about 20 to 25 minutes, just until like a toothpick comes out clean. That's pretty standard with anything, right? So that is all there is to it. So I'm gonna get these in the pans and in the oven, and then I'm gonna show you how easy it is to finish this off and what my intentions are from what I've done in the past with this cake mix to make it even more special. Because even though you're doing something so simple like this, you still wanna keep the freshness intact and you want it to look beautiful, okay? So this is such an easy recipe. So yeah, we're just gonna eyeball to get this even in both pans because of course you want them to bake evenly, right? Okay, that is our plan. All right, that's a wrap. Spread this out. and get it in the oven. And again, 375, 20 to 25 minutes. Just keep an eye on it because you don't want to burn these beautiful things. All right, that's it. Okay, I'm gonna get these in the oven and then we will be back, okay? All right, guys, we are back. So the cake is almost ready. I'm gonna show you my frosting hack. If you are in a pinch to frost this cake, you can get store-bought frosting. You may be a lover of store-bought frosting. You may be a hater of store-bought frosting. But this is what I like to do to it, okay? So it kinda, there she is. Alexa, turn off timer. All right, you guys, check this out. Beautiful, beautiful, right? See how it's starting to come away from the edge of the pans? That's exactly what you want. And then if you want to be sure, take a toothpick or a wooden skewer, and if it comes out clean, you are good to go. Beautiful. Okay, so let's frost these things. Now, I like to mix my store-bought frosting and make it a little bit lighter, okay? Lighter in the sense of whippier, like more air in it rather than so dense. Does that make sense? So I like to whip cream, heavy whipping cream, and we have whipped cream to the point where it is not butter. It looks like this. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little more flavoring to it, okay? So this cake is delicious with almond extract in it, okay? So not the cake itself, but the frosting, okay? So we're gonna add just a little bit. It's probably amounting to maybe a teaspoon of almond extract. And then we're gonna follow that up with some vanilla extract, all right? Pure vanilla extract, not the imitation stuff. This is one of the things that I make out of vanilla beans and vanilla flavored vodka. And you just let it sit. And then I refill my little bottle rather than the whole liter thing. Okay, so now we're gonna take our frosting, cream cheese frosting. That is the bomb on this cake. So we are taking store-bought frosting, we're adding it into our whipped cream with a little bit of extra flavor boost with the almond extract and with the vanilla extract. And we're just gonna whip this together. And again, this is gonna give it a little bit lighter consistency and cut that sweetness. Store-bought frosting is really sweet. So we're gonna whip this together. I'm gonna show you what it looks like, and I'm gonna give you an idea on how to serve this, okay? Yeah, it just whips together beautifully. Now, you know what store-bought frosting is like, right? It's pretty heavy. Look at the consistency of this now. It just cuts it down. It cuts it down and makes it so much more spreadable. Okay, so that is our frosting. When these cool, you have to let them cool, of course, first. But like I said, my intention is to cut these into wedges, so more like a pie type thing, all right? Well, we'll frost it first. Then it's gonna be cut into wedges. Then when I serve this on a plate, my intention is to put some toasted slivered almonds over the top and fresh blackberries. Oh my word, you guys. Now, of course, you can do any berry. We have berries in the house all the time. Fresh blackberries on these are so good and it's so pretty. So that is my intention with this dessert. And how long did that take us? Really, it's a snap. It's so easy. So I hope you give this a try. It's a really fun spring dessert, especially if you're gonna be having some type of function at your home, which we always do every month. So shocker, this is gonna be for the board meeting, but it's a great cake. I've done it in the past. I've done it for Mother's Day. I've done it for many different events. So it's a great hack, quick, delicious recipe. Hope you guys have a great day planned. I hope you have something wonderful on your menu planned. And thanks again for tuning in.